Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. Yes, I'm back home. Can you hear all the cicadas? Man, it's loud. But today I want to talk, of course, about Bitcoin, my thoughts, talk about this one particular alt that's really hot right now, and also just share some additional things about my travels and overall about me. And we'll see where the conversation goes. Alright, well, first things first, Bitcoin. Basically, been going sideways, right? And I know a lot of you guys are kind of sick of hearing me talk about Bitcoin and how, you know, it's going to make that next leg up. It's going to pump to 6 figures. It's going to go to 300,000 by next year. I get it. A lot of people that haven't been in the space probably thinks that. You know, if you haven't lived through a cycle, then it makes sense, right? Because we have been going sideways basically since March. We hit 70-something thousand, and then just a few weeks ago we hit 70-something thousand again. But you know, overall we've been just going sideways. So I get it. Some people think that, yeah, we're just not gonna move. But again, for those people that don't believe, when in doubt, zoom out. Just look at how far we've come in such a short amount of time, right? And I go over this every single day, basically. Actually, I've been doing it for years. Just helping people to understand more about Bitcoin, why it is so important, why the best strategy is simply dollar cost averaging and holding. That's it. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is just noise, like the noise in the background right now with these cicadas. Everything you hear is just noise, because Bitcoin ultimately will go higher because the supply is decreasing and demand is increasing. That's really it. When you boil it down to why Bitcoin's going to go higher, demand is decreasing and supply is decreasing, demand is increasing. And we have proof of this. We can measure this. And I show you guys the charts about it, right? Charts that show that long-term holders are adding, long-term holders are holding longer, right? Obviously through the halving event, inflation rate has been cut in half, large amounts of Bitcoin being taken off the exchanges, Coinbase and Kraken recently, and overall exchange supplies has been going down. And of course, all the ETFs, right? And we can measure how much Bitcoin is going into them. And even whale activity. Yeah, I mean, so all of these things we can measure. So despite the fact there are noise, you know, in regards to a lot of things, Bitcoin's gonna go up. You know, so you just gotta chill. But recently I've been seeing more and more comments, negative comments from people that haven't been through a cycle, that simply do not believe nor understand, and it's unfortunate. But I'm going to continue to do these videos because Bitcoin will eventually move up and make that next leg to 75, 80,000, and then people will be cheerful and positive and understand once again. It happens every single time, and after that we'll be above 100,000. But as for short term, I don't know. I think this week could be quite good. I know a lot of times I do say that, but the last few Sunday walk videos have been pretty accurate. I think this week we may see something happen. From a chart perspective, I was looking at it right beforehand. On a daily chart, stochastic has bottomed out. So I think we may see something happen this week. The ETF inflows overall last week were still good, still net positive, right? We had a little scare last week because Mt. Gox moved some Bitcoin. But outside of that, it was a pretty healthy week. So I see really no reason why there'll be major dumping this week, unless Mt. Gox go dump. But a lot of the Bitcoin moved are simply, it's just simply them getting ready to distribute. Doesn't mean that they're actually going to dump. But yeah, so I think this week will be good. And of course, it's almost something like Ethereum, still holding around 3,800. So after the 20+% pump, it just held its gains. So overall, last week was not negative at all. It was not bearish at all, yet the comments were kind of bearish. Not sure why. But this week, I'm expecting good things. I see no reason why Bitcoin can't go back above 70,000 and possibly test that 73,000, go above, and Ethereum, maybe this week, even trying to test 4,000. It was pretty close. Can it happen? Quite possibly. Now, some of you guys may be confused on my stance of Ethereum. As you guys know, I'm a big Solana bull. So it's not like I'm trying to do a 180 and say, well, Ethereum's the best now. It's going to overtake everything and crush the competition. Well, I always did say Ethereum's demise is greatly exaggerated. Even though there are up-and-comers like Solana, Ethereum still dominates. TVL still has the most tokens. Memes are doing somewhat okay now on ETH, and of course the biggest catalyst of them all, ETH spot ETFs will be coming soon. So you can't discount that. Okay, Wall Street wants it. They got it. When that list, when the funds list, you're gonna see a surge. So that's why I think Ethereum's gonna go higher. But does that mean Solana and others are gonna get crushed? No, I think they're still doing just fine. And I do think Solana is a prime target for the next ETF. So, but overall, the metrics around something like Solana are still very, very good. Now, there's one other altcoin that has been absolutely on fire, crushing it, even today, all last week, and that's Toncoin. Toncoin is now in the top 10. And I still don't quite get it, but I kind of do now. They're moving so quickly because of one single game called Notcoin. And it's like this clicking coin where clicking game project where you can earn tokens for accomplishing missions and so forth. I haven't tested it, I haven't tried it, but I hear it's very, very viral. And Notcoin itself is skyrocketing. I think it's over 1 billion now, but it's definitely bringing a ton of users and volume to Telegram. So therefore, Toncoin is also doing very well. So some people are starting to speculate whether or not Toncoin is going to be like Solana this year. It's moving pretty quick, and there's no reason to think that'll slow down. But still, for me, it's a weird project that I don't quite trust or understand yet. Because the history behind Toncoin is a weird one. The original Toncoin was actually a coin that was developed and sold by the Telegram guys. They had an ICO and they raised like $1 billion, and then the SEC sued them, and then they returned all the funds. Then they made Toncoin open source. I don't know who took it over, they did. Then they launched once again, and then they formed a relationship with Telegram, and now they're like this again. So I don't know. It's a weird relationship, and the whole purpose of Toncoin is to draw dApp makers to program dApps on top of Telegram. And for the most part, they're just like bot stuff. So does that warrant Toncoin to be like, I don't know, I don't even know the market cap, like 10 billion market cap? No. But now they're starting to get like games like Notcoin that's bring so many users. I think I covered a headline last week about how that one game brought in 30 million users. That's incredible, right? But still, I just don't see it. I don't see the chain or the token being as robust or as hot as something like Solana in the long run. I could be wrong. A lot of people use Telegram, but there's just something about it. It just doesn't feel right. And I don't even know if the SEC is going to go after them again because of the whole ICO thing that they lost already. I don't know. But I will say this, those of you guys that are ton coin holders or not coin holders, you're doing well. They have been absolutely killing it. I'll keep my eyes more on them. They could continue to do well this bull cycle. So, but what's interesting is not coin being a game kind of proves what games can do. And this is something I've been saying for a long time. Games have the potential to bring in millions and millions of users into the space. They just haven't yet, because a lot of the Web3 only games have been taking so long to create. Actually, in consensus, the cornucopias guys, you know, they cornered me. They wanted me to play their game. It's like a mini racing game, which actually was pretty good. But you know, they said their full-fledged game is not out yet, and they've been developing it since 2021. And so many others, like Illuvium, the full-fledged game is not out yet. And you know, like a lot of these Web3 only games, they take forever. So they haven't even really started yet. They have all these mini games to satisfy people in the meantime. Star Atlas is another example, but if they actually come out with a full-fledged game, that's fantastic. They have the ability to bring in millions of users, right? And now you have game makers. They're like Web 2 games, and they're trying to integrate Web 3 elements. The problem with them is they do have a lot of users, but they're not crypto people at all. They don't care. They only come in to play the game. So it's not really helping the projects themselves all that much, or the crypto space. So that's kind of like the problem right now. But if you could create like a very viral mini game that's fun and crypto related, where you could earn crypto, like say Notcoin, then it works. Then you draw in millions of users, and the you know, people are buying the token, and it's viral. I mean, it works, right? So it kind of shows you the potential of games, but there's not many of them that have that viralness right now. Now, maybe in 2025 it'll change, but right now, that's just not the case. But I'm hoping some of these Web3 games come out and launch and do very well. And I'm hoping also these Web 2 games that are trying to integrate Web 3 elements, that they kind of educate their users and push them a little bit more towards crypto, and letting them know that, hey, like NFTs, for example, means ownership, and you can actually own the items that you have in the game, right? Things like this. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, outside of Bitcoin, crypto, and games, what else is there? Well, obviously I came back from Consensus, right? I already kind of did a Sunday walk video. I did it on Friday. Not a whole lot of people watched it, but whatever. I already shared most of my thoughts. It was an okay event. You know, met a lot of people. I just shared an example with Cornucopias, and they're multi-chain now too. Nice guys. Everyone that recognized me really just like seemed super excited. I met a lot of VCs, met a lot of developers, project leaders. I mean, met a lot. That's the whole point. That's the reason why I'm making such a effort to travel this year. Many reasons, but one of them is to network more, to not only just meet fans, but actually to kind of meet up with some of these guys and see, you know, what they're working on, and also get like a consensus of the, I guess, the atmosphere and where everyone is at, and their enthusiasm. Is it there? Is it not? Right? So it was good. It was good overall. You know, attended a few parties, did my own things at night. I do wish I didn't stay out so long every night. It really, you know, at my age, it's just recovery time is so much so much longer and harder to do. You know, but I feel like if I'm traveling, I gotta do stuff, right? Like, you know, I gotta take advantage. But I tire myself out, lose my voice. Maybe I have a little too much fun, but overall, I enjoy my time. Also, of course, the Karate Combat fight. I know a lot of you guys, you know, fighting is not a thing. You don't really care about fighting. You just care about making money with crypto. That's fine. But, you know, personally, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy working with the Karate Combat guys, trying to grow ISC as much as possible. I think it could be absolutely huge. I think it could be eventually its own thing. And obviously, Karate Combat being a crypto project, it makes sense to be more involved with crypto, which is why they're having all these fights during crypto conferences and having, you know, crypto people fight, right? Something I enjoy doing. Like, I like scouting and matching people up and helping them understand. And I rewatched the fights like 2-3 times now. And I thought the ones this time were absolutely fantastic. These guys came locked and loaded, ready. And even though we only had 4 matches rather than 6, I think it was good. It was a good amount, and overall the environment, if you watch the crowd, there was hundreds of people there, hundreds of thousands watched online. I think overall it was a great event, and I'm going to continue to do them. But, you know, for me personally, not to like shill it more, but for me personally, something new, something different. And it correlates with my travels too, because a lot of these crypto conferences when the fight's happening, so it's perfect that I get to attend the conference, talk to people, and also be part of this. And you know what? Everyone's hitting me up for tickets last minute. Like literally like day or the day of, you know, I'm running around, me and my team running around trying to get everyone tickets, trying to, you know, get everyone in. You know, so I know a lot of people really do enjoy it. They really want to go, and everyone that went seemed to have a good time. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, Charlie Lee was there too, pit side. Before the fight started, I saw him outside, shook his hand. I'm like, Charlie, first time I ever met the guy. And Charlie, you remember me? He's like, yeah, you're the guy that shit talks Litecoin. Yeah, I did shit talk Litecoin a lot back in the day, but these days I don't do that. I just think Bitcoin's better. That's not shit talking Litecoin. But, you know, overall, he's a nice guy. We talked, very quiet, small guy. But it surprised me that he was at the fight. And he sat pit side, and I could tell he was getting into it. He actually really did enjoy it. So that's pretty cool. You get to meet a lot of guys. While these, you know, at these KC events. So overall, it was good. It was good. Anything else I want to share? Not really, I guess. The one thing that I still do want to improve upon is the videos on CryptosRUs Plus. You know, a lot of you guys, I used to do these Sunday walk videos there, but I removed myself because I want the guys, the new hosts, to take over. A lot of you guys have told me that you do like watching Josh and Scott with Dirty Degens, also Noah with Chartstorm, and of course we have some IFC videos on there. But overall, still thinking about ways to improve, maybe adding new hosts, new kind of shows, right? Still trying to improve that. You know, part of it is also to try to do the game shows I've talked about. I know I've talked about it a long time and still haven't done one yet. Still want to do that on my travels and maybe even hire a person to help me do so. You know, still a lot of stuff I want to do. So a lot of things I want to push. I know in my daily streams, I talk about how I want to retire in 2025. I don't know, I say that and I do get tired at times, but I think even if I don't stream daily every day after 2025, I'm still going to be very much involved with a lot of these projects. Hopefully with the IFC still, hoping to see it grow into a huge fighting league of itself. Also, you know, when I start doing game show videos or challenge videos, you know, still love to do those. Maybe help the guys grow their own shows on CRU Plus. You know, and maybe I do occasional videos, you know, on CRU as well. I don't know. A lot of options. There's still a year left, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to this next year. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I think most of you guys also think that. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right. That's it for this video. Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, my usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And yes, I am back. So, I will be live streaming. And we'll see what this week brings. But I think this week could be good. We could see Bitcoin back above 70K again. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.